brilliant is that?
He was one of the real stars, wasn't he, in the games? And you might remember when he got that silver medal, he was devastated, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And he then sort of came back and almost apologised for the way he'd reacted in that interview straight away afterwards, because it does mean a lot, but it takes a bit of time to sink in that if you're fully aiming for the gold and you don't quite get there, you have to sort of...
But he wasn't the only Olympian who did that, and I admire their honesty in that moment where they just missed out on gold. A couple of swimmers were like, it was a silver. But actually, when they come round to it in the end, it's like, it's an incredible achievement. Yeah,
I remember talking to Latela Mohammed about that, who, of course, won silver in Taekwondo. And he said, it took me about 6 hours.
Yeah.
There were a lot of tears, a lot of reflection. And then you sat there in your hotel room, he said, I looked at this medal, I thought, all those years of effort, and I've got this to go home with.
And in that moment, I guess they have no filter. It's all out there, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
They can't pretend.
It's very raw, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're watching BBC Breakfast, still to come for you on...
Fascinating chat. Really, really interesting insight
of what it's like to be a soldier in that situation, and now be someone working in government to try and sort those things out, understanding the frustrations of it all.
And an interesting insight into the armed forces on the ground who are doing a job that they didn't expect to be doing while they were there.
Yeah.
Really difficult situation.
Should we find out what's happening in the sport? It feels a bit strange, doesn't it? You may have seen over the weekend the former Liverpool and England midfielder Terry McDermott confirmed that he's being diagnosed with dementia.
It's just 69, yeah. He announced that he's in the early stages of the disease. Just days, in fact, after the Manchester United and Scotland player Denis Law was diagnosed with mixed dementia, and he announced that.
Delighted to say that Phil Thompson is Terry's former... Good morning to you. It's Monday, it's the 23rd of August. Let's start with our top story. The Prime Minister is expected to ask the US President Joe Biden to delay withdrawing the last American forces from Afghanistan to allow more time to get people out.
He'll make the request at an emergency meeting of world leaders tomorrow. The UK has evacuated more than 6,000 people from Kabul airport, but thousands are still waiting.
Let's get some more detail. It's amazing, isn't it? We can do lives from Kabul all morning. We
can't
get
bed in Birmingham. Never mind. I'm sure he is fine. He's okay. Completely fine. Someone else who's completely fine after a couple of weeks rest and then a very busy couple of days is our Dan. You've had your first little step into the Strictly bubble.
It was very interesting on Friday. So all of us have been through this, all 15 of those taking part this year. And we went down to the studios in London, and then there's a door, which they say, walk through the door and then just react to what you see. And I can't give anything away, but...
What? You can't tell us?
No, but it was the...
What was in the room? What was through the door?
Imagine everything that you learned to associate with Strictly.
Was there some glitter?
Spangles, glitter, sparkle, sequins, all that in there, and then...
Feathers,
it was good fun.
Music.
You'll enjoy watching it. One thing I can show you is... that was my experience of the wardrobe section. You have to try on various outfits.
Yeah.
I had some purple trousers, which, I mean...
Yes?
They were so tight.
No.
It was like they were spray-on.
No.
I almost had to jump into them. I won't be wearing them at any stage.
Let's never do the purple trousers. I've got a question for you, though. What's that called again?
Shants, apparently.
I'm not sure about that word at all.
Shirt and pants.
Has anyone else ever worn that, or are you the first person in them, or have you not thought that far?
I haven't gone through that process. They're all on a rail, and they sort of say, would you like to try these?
Who was the last person in those?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I've not even thought about that at all. They weren't particularly long sleeved, so maybe they were for lengthy gentlemen.
Oh, it's great.
Just me.
So excited.
There you go.
More glitter.
Yes, but I've got a few days off, and then I can go back into it. And then I find out who my partner is in about 10 days' time.
Do you?
Very exciting.
It's going to be someone tall, isn't it?
Hope so. Well, I would quite like Jeanette Manrara. If she was still... Because she's doing It Takes Two now, but that would be like, you know, Bilbo and Gandalf in Lord of the Rings if we were together. Sadly not, though.
It's going to be an interesting couple of months, everyone. It really is. You are watching BBC Breakfast, still to come on the programme.
we've got all that coming your way shortly, and we'll bring you the latest news and weather. But right now, the time is 8:27.
Should we, we're still giggling about the glitter. Should we go straight to Carol, who has, I mean,